Welcome back to my channel. Is Anson Belts the best belts in the world? I seem to think so. This is a family-owned business owned by a father-son team. So this is not a sponsored video. This is just an honest look, an honest review on a product that I used for the last 6 or 7 years. So they specialize on quality, they specialize on customer service. So let's take a look, follow me, and I'll tell you all about it. They have all kinds of materials for the straps, including different leathers like Italian calfskin, buffalo, normal formal leathers, also canvas and microfibers and nylons. One of the things that the company keeps mentioning is their lifetime warranty, and I can see why. You know, just the quality of it, the durability that I experienced throughout the years. One time, let me tell you a story. One time, they reached out to me like 4 years ago by email, right? It's just like a normal follow-up email. That's what it seemed like about the belts after like 3 or 4 years of owning the belt. And they just mentioned how happy I was after 4 years. You know, most companies send you a review after you purchase it, right? How was your experience, or how's your product, or like slightly after you purchase it. So I was kind of surprised. I was a little thrown off, and you know, I answered back. And one of the belts, if there's a complaint about it, if something to fuss about, is just the color came out of the black buckle. Okay, so and the strap was my mistake that I cut it too short, because when you buy it, you know, they send you like a full length belt and you cut it yourself. You know, let me show you real quick. See, you cut it yourself based after you measure it, right? So when I bought it, I cut it too short. So I told them about it. And what did they do? After 4 years, they sent me a new one. You know, for me to be satisfied, for me to be a loyal customer, and I was really, really happy. But I didn't tell them. I was too embarrassed. I was too surprised. I was in shock. I was in awe that they replaced the strap without charging me anything, right? Not even shipping. And I didn't even mention. I was so surprised and I was so satisfied with them giving me another strap and giving me another chance to try their product, that I never mentioned the buckle. I never mentioned the decolorization, you know, the loss of color. I was too embarrassed to say it, to be honest with you. So, wow, I was really impressed. Oh my God, the durability. After 6 or 7 years, maybe more, you know, I try to look back on the email on when did I buy this product originally, and I couldn't find it. I think I erased it. You know, when you erase all your trash and all that, because you have a lot of memory used up, and I couldn't tell. But I think it's been 6 or 7 or 8 years since I owned this belts. And seriously, one of the selling points when I bought it is because when I saw it on YouTube. One of the influencers there, but he wasn't sponsored either. So that's why I wanted to make this video without being sponsored. He mentioned that you will not have to buy another belt again. You know, and people mention that a lot. You know, a lot of products out there say this is the last time you'll buy this, the last time you'll purchase this or that. And it just seemed how passionate that influencer was. And he believed that, and then he mentioned that he wasn't even sponsored. Then I just had to take a chance, because these belts, to tell you the truth, are not cheapest, right? But quality matters. So I went ahead and bought it, and I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't purchased any belts after. I'm thinking of buying a few more, you know, to add to my repertoire, replace the black buckle for sure, and add another gray one or another strap or something like that. So durability is number one. So when you order these belts, like I said, it's not cheap, but it's not like out of this world either. Okay, and you just go to the website. I'll put a link under the description, so you guys, like I said, I'm not sponsored, but you can go directly there. And just the price is, I believe, $99 for 2 buckles and 3 straps. So, you know, if most possibly, you know, I wouldn't lie to you. This is a sincere coming from the heart. if you want to minimize or not ever buy a belt again. Why? Because the number one thing about these belts is they don't have holes, right? See, they don't have holes. So when you bend them and stuff, the ones that have holes, they crack, you know, and sometimes they're not accurate. You try to put it on and it doesn't fit you right because you have to go from hole to hole. These little things, strap, you see how close they are? And then you cut it yourself based on your size. So there's no cracking, there's no folding, there's no, just this, you just close it. See, with this little latch right here, you see that little latch, okay, and watch, and that's it. No holes, no anything. So because even the buckle on the belts that have holes, it destroys the holes. So it gets all messed up, it messes the leather. So quite seriously, this could possibly be the last belt that you buy for this color, right? If you want to buy more, that's up to you, but you know, I'd rather invest in a good belt that you don't have to buy in at least a couple 5-6 years. So in conclusion, in the big reveal, are the Anson Belts the best in the world? Yes, they are, in my humble opinion. You know, I just love the family history. I just love this a family business. I love that they focus on quality and durability. And you know, I just love the story of Anson Belts, and they've been there for a while. And like I said, this is not a sponsored video. I just love to share stuff that really works and stuff that's really good, and just share it with you guys. Okay. I also love their customer service. You know, having a follow-up email and me responding and actually them following back. Wow, it left me a good impression on them. You know, after that experience, I thought, man, if I ever have a business that I sell a product, I'm going to do their philosophy. You know, that's a nice philosophy to have. You know, the funny thing is when they mention they have a lifetime warranty, they actually back that up. You know, so that's really awesome. I always wanted to make a video about them because you know, I'm such in love with this product. I'm such in love with these belts. I use them every day. Remember, this is not a sponsored video. And I just love sharing stuff that's really good, and they focus on quality with you guys. All right, guys, so don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have an experience with any experience with Anson Belts or any other experience with a product that you felt it was so good, or you have a similar story, a customer service story after years of ownership or something like that, something very durable or high quality that you own. Leave it in the comments, okay? We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.